Welcome to this edition of the El Segundo City Council Recap. I'm your host, Catherine Chen. Let's recap the items presented to the El Segundo City Council at their December 3rd, 2024 meeting. During special presentations, City Council proclaimed Sunday, December 8th, 2024 from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Main Street in downtown El Segundo, the 60th annual El Segundo Holiday Parade, and invited the community to take part in the traditional city event. This year's theme is Candy Cane Lane on Main and will feature marching bands, performers, floats, antique cars, and Santa Claus. The CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, Marcia Hansen, accepted the proclamation and thanked the city for their longtime partnership. Next, City Council proclaimed the 1200 block of East Acacia Avenue as Candy Cane Lane from December 14, 2024 through December 23, 2024, and invited everyone to experience the wonders of this El Segundo holiday tradition. The event, celebrated since 1949, will feature festively decorated homes at the 1100 and 1200 blocks of East Acacia Avenue. Candy Cane Lane resident and participant Jennifer Turnbull accepted this proclamation on behalf of Candy Cane Lane and thanked City Council for their support. City Council thanked the sponsors, supporters, and volunteers of the annual Christmas Eve dinner for their community service in keeping the holiday tradition alive. El Segundo Recreation Parks and Library Recreation Supervisor Ryan Delgado accepted the commendation and thanked the Rotary Club for donating the meal and the National Charity League for serving the meal. The free dinner will be held at the Jocelyn Center on Christmas Eve, December 24th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Transportation to and from the event will be available to residents. RSVP before December 20th by calling the Jocelyn Center at 310-524-2705. Public Works Director Elias Sassoon gave an update on the Scattergood hydrogen-ready modernization project that would convert the Scattergood generating station units 1 and 2 from natural gas to green hydrogen. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power identified the Scattergood project as an important step for the City of Los Angeles to meet its goal of 100% carbon-free by 2035. Environmental Committee Chair Tracy Miller-Zarnicki shared concerns with the Council about the potential environmental impact of the project, pointing to the lack of information from LADWP on the hydrogen infrastructure and emissions monitoring. Director Sassoon shared with the Council that official letters had been sent to LADWP with questions about the project that had gone unanswered. City Council directed staff to continue to reach out to LADWP and to contact the Los Angeles County Health Department to involve them in the process concerning any potential environmental impact, namely air quality for surrounding residents. The estimated $800 million project is expected to take 3 years to complete. The president of the El Segundo Firefighters Association, Jeff Gurney, presented the results of the inaugural Rock and Run 5K race held on Saturday, November 2nd, 2024. El Segundo Firefighters and Rock and Brews Restaurant and Pub hosted the first ever event. Nearly 200 runners and 100 volunteers participated in the run. The event raised nearly $8,000 for El Segundo charities, the Case Pantry, and the El Segundo Education Fund. In addition, money was raised to cover medical bills for the local Armstrong family, whose son Liam battled life-threatening medical complications. We're happy to report that Liam is home for the holidays and was present at the City Council meeting. City Manager Darrell George gave a brief update on the Hyperion treatment plant. He reported a productive meeting with the city's consultant and the Hyperion team. The city will take a tour of the plant to see how the new equipment is working. The city manager reported that the abatement order was extended to August 4, 2025, and that there were 32 odor complaints, but no violations were found. The council directed staff to set a meeting with the Air Quality Management District to clarify their intent to ensure that the City of El Segundo air is safe for residents. Information about Hyperion can be found on the city's website at elsegundo.org/Hyperion. Before City Council approved the consent calendar, they pulled items 11 and 15. Item 11 continued the emergency action for the permanent repair of the City of El Segundo Wiseburn Aquatic Center pool heaters. Council directed staff to revisit the agreement with the Wiseburn School District due to extenuating costs. Item 15 is the agreement between the El Segundo Police Department and Flock Safety to provide drone hardware and software. Council members asked Police Chief Saul Rodriguez to confirm that the drones would be used only for service and not surveillance. Chief Rodriguez confirmed this and shared that the drones would be flown remotely, provide quicker response times, 90 seconds or less, and free up officers for additional calls for service. During staff presentations, Director of El Segundo Recreation Parks and Library, Ali Mancini, gave an update on Clutters Park, which attracts visitors to watch and photograph airplanes that take off from LAX Airport. In recent months, staff have received complaints from residents surrounding the park about possible criminal activity, excessive noise, and illegally parked cars. Director Mancini recommended additional police patrols and surveillance cameras, as well as repairs to the park. She also recommended using the Cultural Development Fund to add art to the park. After discussion, council members reached a consensus against adding art to encourage visitors and instead suggested discouraging late-night visitors by limiting park hours and parking. In addition, council directed staff to create a maintenance schedule for all city parks. The update was received and filed. Recreation Manager Linnea Palmer presented Phase 1 of the Recreation Park renovation for the Teen Center and Teen Plaza schematic design. The first element identified in Phase 1 improvements is the renovation of the Teen Center and Teen Plaza. This would include interior renovation and cosmetic exterior improvements to the existing Teen Center building, renovation of the Teen Plaza, new skate park, new multi-use court parking lot, and renovations to incorporate drop-off and accessibility improvements throughout the design process. After discussion, City Council directed staff to add updated park lighting, additional seating, an alternate bicycle parking location, and to budget for future mural maintenance. City Council approved Phase 1 of the construction and opened the project up to bid. Planning Manager Eduardo Schonborn presented a review of the city's billboard and off-site sign standards after receiving inquiries regarding large signage, billboard-style signage, and advertising on prominent buildings throughout town. The presentation included examples of digital signs, building wraps, and large skyscraper signs on prominent buildings. After discussion of the report, City Council reached a consensus that there was no interest or appetite for large billboards or signs in the city of El Segundo. Recreation Parks and Library Director Ali Mancini presented a list of city co-sponsored events and fee waivers for the council for reapproval for 2025. In December 2023, Council voted to provide 100% fee waivers for several events, as well as a 75% fee waiver for other events. The total estimated cost of city fees waived for all events in 2024 was approximately $147,000. Council discussed the report and approved it, but directed staff to approach the Council on a per-event basis for new fee waiver requests, to itemize the fees for event costs, and to provide the cost of permits in advance to annual event organizers. Recreation, Parks, and Library Director Ali Mancini presented the art budget for approval for the Eurosari Swim Stadium known as The Plunge. The budget request for the mosaic tile art project is $127,500. Funds would be used from the Cultural Development Fund. 3 artists will be commissioned to submit a mural design. Council requested that staff allow them to weigh in on mural designs before a final selection is made. Staff agreed, and the Council approved the budget for the Plunge public art. The piece is scheduled to be installed in late 2025. To watch the complete City Council meeting for December 3, 2024, and learn more about the agenda items covered, visit elsegundo.org or watch the meeting on Channel 3. The next meeting will be Tuesday, December 17th, when the City Clerk will administer the oath of office to the newly elected council members and City Clerk.